As a cinephile who's traversed the vast landscape of cinematic storytelling, I find myself continually drawn to directors like Daniel Minahan, whose North Star is always guiding him towards the most exceptional writers and compelling series. His commitment to script-centric productions resonates with me deeply, as I too have found that a powerful script can make even the most mundane scenes come alive on screen. In the film titled On Swift Horses, directed by Daniel Minahan and written by Bryce Cass, based on Shannon Kufal's 2019 novel, we find a depiction that premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival on September 7th. And the story is set in the 1950s, but features characters who defy the conventional image of the American dream. Married couple Muriel, portrayed by Daisy Edgar-Jones, known from, and Lee have moved from Kansas to San Diego with aspirations to start a family and secure their future. In contrast, Lee's brother Julius, after his return from the Korean War, is unsure about his own plans for the future. And at a casino in Las Vegas, character Julius, portrayed by Jacob Elordi from Euphoria, engages in a written exchange with Muriel. Their lives start mirroring each other as they both grapple with dissatisfaction towards the predetermined paths set before them. So this is evident in their mutual attraction and relationships formed with Henry and Sandra, respectively 64, 65. Ebister conducted interviews with various stars, and the director of On Swift Horses during the TIFF 2024 red carpet event, there they discussed the multiple romantic and emotional aspects found in the upcoming film. Minahan likened his cinematic approach to that of his previous work, Fellow Travelers, while Poulter, Calva, and Callie shared their perspectives on each character and the intricate relationships between them, having each character training to Will Poulter explains on Swift Horses, complicated love story. I think that makes it heartbreaking. And simultaneously, as for me, I'd say Daniel portrayed Lee as a figure that everyone seems to be avoiding, yet he appears to know all there is to know in terms of his relationships. How would I put it? Well, with Muriel, Lee might be the confidant she turns to when she needs advice or support. As for Julius, they could share a rivalry, given that Lee seems to possess such extensive knowledge and perhaps even outshines him in some aspects. As a movie critic, I found The Driftless Area by Zachary Booth to be intriguing, and the protagonist, Lee, grapples with the notion that his aspirations are contingent on others being ready to make sacrifices for his vision of the American dream. This concept isn't as inclusive or progressive as it could be, but ultimately, I believe he yearns for the happiness of those he cherishes most. In my relationship with Daisy Edgar-Jones's character, Muriel, there's a delicate dance between love and recognizing our differences. It can be both sad and joyful because of this tension, reflecting the realism of the movie while still holding on to hope. On Swift Horses star, Sasha Halle praises Daisy Edgar-Jones' camaraderie on set, she made sure to hold my hand and make sure that I was good. Um, could you provide some insights about the relationship between Muriel and Sandra, as well as the dynamics you experienced working with Daisy Edgar-Jones on the set? Daisy is such a charming individual. She's an outstanding leader who excels in guiding others. It was truly remarkable to collaborate with her. And there were instances where I felt unsure, and she graciously offered support to ensure I was okay. I am genuinely thankful for that gesture. Um, Diego Calva shares the favorite on Swift Horses scene. Uh, he shares with Jacob Elordi, Henry and Julius' first scene is more like love at first sight than mere sexual tension. Could you elaborate on the romantic relationship between Henry and Julius, and share if there's a particular instance involving Jacob Elordi that made their connection clear? It seems that the initial encounter between the characters is significant, marked by a unique blend of casualness and profound intensity. This interaction isn't just charged with sexual attraction, but rather it feels like an instant connection akin to love at first sight. On Swift Horses, director Daniel Minahan compares new movie to Fellow Travelers. It's about people who are hiding themselves. It's about people finding love, and I think that everybody can relate to that. And your work on Fellow Travelers was very successful last year, and your current project on Swift Horses also features LGBTQ characters from the 1950s. Could you share what fresh perspective you've brought to this new piece? Um, it wasn't challenging to tell on Swift Horses, apart from Fellow Travelers. And on Swift Horses, presents a unique perspective, focusing on individuals seeking one another, making more. It delves into the lives of those concealing themselves. It explores the journey of finding love. And I believe this is something that everyone can connect with. In this story, the villain is Muriel's spouse, who surprisingly appears to be the most kind-hearted individual and wishes nothing but happiness for everyone. If each character harbors a secret in this film, he is that he knows all their secrets, yet yearns to create a harmonious family. In a sense, it mirrors Muriel's journey and the universal queer experience of self-discovery while maintaining connections with one's family. I believe it handles this theme effectively, and then it did just a moment to sell that instead of both our own positive and salvation. Um, a lot of instances on set stood out, but some that come to mind are Muriel's experiences at the racetrack, her encounters with people exploring and gambling, which felt particularly captivating. About I mid-skied, and another heartfelt moment was when Julius and Henry discovered each other in an unusual catwalk while they were surveilling, and their love story unfolded. Overall, this cast created many enchanting moments that made the production truly thrilling. And you've had a storied career in directing, from 6 Feet Under to in Game of Thrones and beyond. What is your North Star when it comes to executing a directorial vision? Um, Guiding my career has been an unwavering focus on collaborating with exceptional writers, especially in the realm of television series, some made. This aspect has always held significant importance for me. I've consistently been drawn to serious and thought-provoking authors who are engaged in work that aligns with my interests, as the script is the backbone of any project. More about Daniel Minahan's On Swift Horses. In the 1950s, Muriel Daisy Edgar-Jones and her husband Lee, Will Poulter, depart their home in Kansas to embark on a new chapter in San Diego. They have secure jobs awaiting them and a house that promises a family life. Conversely, Lee's brother Julius, Jacob Elordi, appearing at the festival in Canada, emerges from the Korean War without any definite future plans. Skilled at poker, he eventually ends up in Las Vegas, working as a casino surveillance officer and making friends with Henry, Diego Calva from the TIFF-15, Prometo Anarquia, a charming Chicano who shares Julius's passion for gambling. Meanwhile, Muriel and Julius exchange letters without realizing their shared interests. In her free time, Muriel starts secretly betting on horses and winning. While both characters find themselves embarking on secretive adventures with potentially dangerous consequences, check out our other TIFF 2024 interviews here.